Let's talk about Italy. When you picture it, you're probably thinking of ancient churches, deep Catholic traditions, right? Well, something profound is shifting over there. The latest numbers are telling a fascinating and, for some, a pretty startling story about the very foundation of Italian society: marriage. To really understand what's happening across the entire country, we've got to start in the city that often defines Italy's future: Milan. It's modern, it's cosmopolitan, and as you're about to see, it's a major signal for some huge cultural changes. So, I've got a question for you. Just take a guess. In a major Italian city, the heartland of a historically Catholic nation, what percentage of weddings in the first half of the year do you think actually happened inside a church? The answer: just 7%. That's it. Let that sink in for a second. That number is staggering. It means that the other 93% of couples chose a purely civil ceremony, a secular contract instead of a religious sacrament. And when you stop talking about percentages and start talking about actual people, the reality gets even clearer. We're talking about just 63 couples choosing to have a religious rite compared to a whopping 929 who went the secular route. I mean, that gap is just immense. Okay, so Milan's numbers are pretty extreme, but here's the thing. They're not some weird outlier. They're more like a flashing neon sign pointing to a trend that is reshaping the entire country. So let's zoom out and take a look at the national picture. Across the whole country, in 2023, the split was 40-60, so only 4 out of every 10 marriages were celebrated in a church. This means the majority of Italians getting married are already choosing a secular path. And this isn't some slow, gradual drift we're talking about, it's an acceleration. In just 1 year, from 2022 to 2023, the number of religious ceremonies plummeted by over 8%. That is a seriously rapid decline. And as religious ceremonies are falling, something else is rising. In that exact same 1-year window, civil unions shot up by more than 7%, reaching over 3,000. These two trends are moving in completely opposite directions, and they're moving fast. So this is about way more than just wedding venues. It's really about a fundamental redefinition of relationships, of commitment, and what it even means to build a life together in modern Italy. The whole language of partnership is changing. Just think about this. Since the year 2000, the number of couples who choose to just live together without getting married at all, it's more than tripled. What used to be the exception is now becoming a totally normal part of society. And let's put a hard number on that, because it's wild. We're talking about over 1.6 million couples. That isn't just a small trend, that is a massive demographic shift, and it shows a clear preference for more flexible arrangements over formal binding commitments. Now, all of this creates a really strange, kind of paradoxical pattern. The total number of weddings is dropping, but so are separations and divorces. Now you might think, hey, falling divorce rates, that means stronger relationships. But the data actually suggests something else. It's because fewer people are getting married in the first place. That, plus the fact that people are getting married later in life, points to this pattern of widespread hesitation. So why is all of this happening? The statistics are one thing, but they don't really tell the whole story. The analysis suggests that these numbers, well, they're just symptoms of a much, much deeper cultural and spiritual shift. And that's really the core argument here. The data on weddings, on living together, on divorce, that's not the cause of the change. It's the result. The real story is happening underneath the surface, in the world of belief and culture. And here it is. This quote just nails it. Think about grammar for a second. It's the set of rules that gives structure to our language, that helps us make sense of things. The argument here is that for a lot of people, faith just doesn't provide that foundational structure for life's biggest moments anymore. Now, this is a really important distinction. It's not about an active, angry rejection of religion. It's much more of a passive fading away. It's not that God and the church are being pushed away. It's that for a whole new generation, they were never really a core part of their lives to begin with. So what does all this mean for the big picture? I mean, if the belief system that for centuries supported the idea of a lifelong commitment is fading away, what does that mean for the idea of commitment itself? And this is why it all matters. The hesitation isn't just about rejecting a church wedding. Even civil marriage is seen by many as too binding, too permanent.
This huge trend toward cohabitation over any formal commitment suggests a wider cultural retreat from the very idea of forever.
And that leaves us with this final, really powerful question to think about. If a society loses its connection to a belief in something enduring, something transcendent, something beyond just the here and now, does the very concept of permanent commitment become suspect? It's a profound thought, connecting a simple wedding statistic to one of the biggest questions of our time.